Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Westosha High School here for tonight's WIAA boys basketball matchup here on Zaleski Sports. Elijah Vanksalata with you alongside Matt Peck here tonight here from Westosha High School. Got a really good D1 boys basketball game tonight between the visiting 4-0 Kettle Moraine Lasers, who are coached by Brian Rickert, taking on the Westosha Central Falcons, who are 2-1 on the year, coached by James Hilberg. Both teams coming in. One team is really hot on the defensive end, and the other team trying to figure things out early on here, 3 games into the season, as we've got a really great contest here for you tonight. The only game on Zaleski Sports tonight, as I'm going to read some starting lineups in a bit, but this is going to be a very entertaining game. Both teams know how to score the ball. There's some premier talent on both ends, but I think the key to tonight's game is going to be defense. Brian Rickert, head coach, I talked with him pregame. He talked about how much the defensive tenacity is. They're 4-0 because they're on average they've only given up 44 points in their first 4 games. But Matt Peck, what do you have before the national anthem?
One thing I'd like to talk about here is, I think that's very important, is both, like you said, Kettle Moraine, Brian Rickert said that this might be their biggest test so far this year, which is really important to point out coming into this game. I think that looking at this game, I think, because Kettle Moraine's ranked in the top 10 in Division I, so I think Westosha has a chance to get in the top 10 if they in fact do win this game this evening. So it'll be interesting to see what happens during this game, just to see what overall happens. So we'll head to the national anthem now.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fans. We'd like to welcome you tonight to our featured event here. Your Westosha Central Falcons would like to welcome the Kettle Moraine Lasers. And now to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those of you who are able to please stand. Remove your hats, place your hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, that was a national anthem here. We're going to go to starting lineups now here. First for the Kettle Moraine Lasers, who come into this game 4-0. The starting lineups for the Kettle Moraine Lasers feature number 2, Ben Bester, number 4, Zach Fremming, number 5, Bryce Bester, the Bester brothers duo, T. Kowalski, number 15, and throwing it out, their senior leader, Roman Thompson, for the Kettle Moraine Lasers. That's the starting 5 for Brian Rickert's team, as we will read Westosha Central's starting lineups here. Starting at shooting guard, Nicholas Viere, the senior. Number 21, Austin Reinberg, forward senior. Senior guard, number 23, Rex Longree. Senior guard number 24, Elijah Griffin. And senior forward / center, Liam Lukeman, to round it out here. 6 feet 10 inches, Liam Lukeman. I think that if Westosha might be a little outpowered in this matchup, but you never know in games like this. Teams can have trap games, as both teams will be tested tonight. But Westosha Central, looking at their first 3 games of the year, we'll recap that real quick before we start tonight's tip-off.
What's their record?
They are 2-1. They lost the season opener to the what division? St. Joe's in.
It's Metro Classic.
They won last year too, right? No, what division are they in?
5, I think, or 4.
They won last year, right?
Yeah.
And they lost to the reigning champion Kenosha St. Joseph 74-61 open up the year, which was already a big test for them. And then they beat Milton by 1, and then Union Grove they blew them out. But they're on a 2-game losing or winning streak coming into this game, but they're going to get tested by a really great defense in Kettle Moraine. Like I said before the anthem, Brian Ricker was telling me that defense is going to have to win them this game like it's done their whole season so far. So they are 4-0 up to this point. They've averaged around 70 points per game, Kettle Moraine, and only have allowed about 44 points per game. So let's see if their defense can keep it up. I think if they edge them out on defense, they're going to have a great shot to win this one. As right away, Westosha Central gets the scoring going. Veery for 2 to open us up. And I think it's just going to get us with those fast break points right away to get us going. This Kettle Moraine team has beat some really good teams early. They beat a team that was at state last year in Division I, Arrowhead. Arrowhead lost a lot of talent this year with Craig Haas, as a 3-point shot is off the mark for Kettle Moraine, but an offensive rebound. Another 3 reload. That's good. Bester knocks down the triple. He gets the scoring going so far for the Lasers. Here's the guy to watch out for on Westosha Central, Elijah Griffin, an Ivy League commit. 3-point shot in the right corner is pure. Veery now hits a triple, and he's got the first 5 points of the night for the Falcons. You got to figure that there's some sort of plan for Elijah Griffin on Westosha Central, averaging over 20 points per game so far this year. 5-3 the score. Westosha Central leads at the beginning of this one. Ryan Ricker telling them to kind of reset it here, trying to get to their spots. 3-point shot at the top of the key is no good, but another offensive rebound and the putback from Roman Thompson. And right away here, what I've noticed the first almost 2 minutes into this game, Kettle Moraine getting a lot of offensive rebounds early. Oh, floater's no good that time. As Kettle Moraine looking to push it. Roman Thompson, he's going to try a 3 now, no good. But another offensive rebound for Kettle Moraine. Another 3 in the quarter, no good. But another offensive rebound, and Kettle Moraine just keeps piling those offensive rebounds here. We're only 2 minutes into this game. It's just been the story tonight so far. And we're only 2 minutes in this game.
Yeah, it's a good start here. Overall, I mean, Westosha had that quick, fast start, but now Kettle Moraine kind of getting a little bit back into the groove.
Roman Thompson going to go to line to shoot 2. First one off the front rim. Matt Peck, tell us a little bit about Kettle Moraine's schedule in this first 3 games prior. That kind of got them ready up to this point.
Yeah, they had Arrowhead, which, you know, the score they beat them by was surprising. But even Oconomowoc, they led against their rival Oconomowoc by almost 30 points at one point in that game, which was surprising to me a little bit. But Kettle Moraine's definitely shown some strengths here early on that taken a part of who they really are. And Coach Rickard wants that gold ball. They've had that team at state the last 2 years, and they want to get over the hump and get in the championship game.
3-point shot in the left corner off the mark. Veery's been very hot to start this game. That time it's no good.
Bear with us, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We've had some internet issues tonight. We're running off a hotspot provided by the company, so if things start shifting a little bit, just warning you about that. But I really hope they don't. I really hope we can just get through an hour and a half here just fine.
Thompson getting double teamed to the right corner. Ben Bester. Good ball movement from Kettle Moraine. A little bit too strong that time from Fremming. And Westosha looking to push it here in the paint. Had a good double team that time from Kettle Moraine. Try to find the Lukeman in the paint. It's going to get deflected for a turnover. Kettle Moraine's got numbers on the other end. The floater is true from Ben Bester. And there's going to be a delay of game called on Kettle Moraine that time, as Bester, right after he scored the bucket, kind of kicked it away from the inbounds. But they'll reset now at the top. Elijah Griffin at the top of the key. He's our key player to watch out for on Westosha Central tonight. Committed D1 scholarship offer from Bryant University. It's going to be turned over again. And this is what Kettle Moraine does best. That's their bread and butter here so far through their first 4 games. Forcing those turnovers at the right time. As Elijah Griffin gets the steal that time, they're going to push it. He's going to pull a 3, not even close on an air ball. And it bounces out of bounds, and it's going to go right back to the Lasers now. Really like what the Lasers have done defensively so far, like they've done their first 4 games of the season.
Yeah, so far early on, they're doing pretty good here. Making Westosha take those kind of like far shots. Wasn't the best shot selection in the world from Griffin right there, but he kind of all they had open right there.
Kind of resetting the offense at the Westosha Central logo right now is Ben Bester. Roman Thompson. Kicking it over. Bounce pass, what a find in the paint. Oh, but it's no good. A little bit too strong that time. Good contest by Kettle Moraine as Freving tried to say it with his chest right there. Almost a near deflection right there, but Elijah Griffin's gonna pull up. A mid-range jumper is pure. And Elijah Griffin coming into this game, he's been their freak of nature scoring so far this season, averaging 21 points per game. Had 28 points against Union Grove last time out, as the 3-point shot's no good by Roman Thompson, but you gotta figure if James Hilberg's Westosha Central Falcons want to win, they're gonna have to get a lot of more people instead of just Elijah Griffin involved with other guys.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about Westosha Central. They are a good team. We saw them last year against Pewaukee. They were winning for a lot of that game. But you had Nick Janowski, the Nebraska commit, put up, what, 35, 40 points? It's kind of what put Pewaukee over the top. But, I mean, Westosha Central is a pretty good team on that side.
Yeah. Showed a lot of aggressiveness. It's just unfortunate that when we had them on last time, they had to run into the Red Hot Nebraska product now, Nick Janowski from Pewaukee at the time. What was it, like over 40 points he had that game?
I mean, yeah, Westosha definitely put in a harder conference now. I mean, Burlington's always pretty good, and now Waterford's pretty good as well this year. And then you got a couple of those schools right there that are really competitive in this conference that are going to change the momentum in this thing and make it a little bit harder for Westosha to win it outright.
Yes, indeed. Roman Thompson, he's going to pull his 4th 3 of the night. The first one of the night is good, as Brian Rickart's going to take a 30-second timeout. What do you want to do?
Yeah,
go to a quick break? All right, you're watching high school basketball.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vanksalaya alongside Matt Peck with you here for boys basketball here on Zaleski Sports. The only game on the network tonight here. It's almost like an honor.
Yeah, it's an honor. That means we better do our best job.
Yep. 11-7, Kettle Moraine opening up the advantage here almost 6 minutes into this game. But Kettle Moraine's defense has been the story so far here the first 6 minutes, and offensive rebounding has been as well, being able to force some second chance opportunities. But Westosha so far has been hanging in there early, which is a really good sign.
Yes, definitely.
Elijah Griffin taking it to the coast for 2. He's got a quick 4 points here in the game. He's going to be their guy to watch, that guy that Kettle Moraine really has to stop here. Top of the key three-point shot is no good from Ben Bester. But another offensive rebound for Kettle Moraine. Bester's going to reload for three. That time it's no good. But, oh, another offensive rebound.
You know, you got to stop that if you're Westosha. You got to get in there and body fight. You got to get offensive rebounds. Otherwise, that's how you lose games.
That's right, Matt Peck. I mean, they're lucky it's only a 2-point game right now, but we're early on here, but that might come back to cost them in the end of this one.
Yeah, they got to just get better throughout the game. Find more guys in the paint, body them out.
Really like Kettle Moraine's ball movement right now, taking their time right now, kind of using that shot clock to their no shot clock to their advantage, as going up in the paint, no good on the dribble drive that time from Zach Fremming. But you got to give credit at the same time to Westosha Central's defense so far. They've been getting their stops. They just got to get the rebounds. But in the paint to lay it up and in is Lukman, the 6'10 center for this team. He's got his first two of the night, and we are locked up at 11. Ben Bester going to feed it around to Zach Fremming. Fremming back to Ben Bester. Thought about the three. He's not going to take it. He's missed his last couple. Nick Garvey over to the right corner. Spreading it around once again as Ben Bester going to heave another three. This time it's true. Ben Bester has 8 points so far here tonight. He's got more than half of the team's points. As Westosha looking to run a little bit here. V-Ray back out to the top of the key. Now Westosha trying to get a little bit of good ball movement going here.
Yeah, Kettle Moraine doing a good job there on defense like we talked about, and there's a timeout, right?
And we'll take a quick game break here. 10 minutes left to go in the first half. 14-11, Kettle Moraine leads on Westosha Central.
Nestled in the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Club Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable food items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 29th through December 31st.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vanksalata alongside Matt Peck here. Glad you guys could join us here on this Wednesday night on Zaleski Sports.
Too cold outside.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Wind chill. Yeah, if you guys have to go to work tomorrow, bundle up.
Yeah.
Bundle up to the people that have to go to work and school tomorrow.
Concern for you. And
We're on winter break now, starting now, but we'll have another game tomorrow. Speaking of another game tomorrow, we got Dominican hosting West Dallas Central. We'll have that on the network for you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Matt Peck will be back on the play-by-play end.
I'm actually taking off tomorrow.
We get to see a team that almost seems like they get to score almost like 100 points a game, but last night they only had 61 points, which was kind of unusual for a team like them, as the floater is true that time from Elijah Griffin. 6 points on the night for Griffin. Like I said again, Elijah Griffin averaging 21 points per game through 3 games so far. Now once again, mentioned this a couple times already here in the start of this one. Despite Kettle Moraine getting a lot of offensive rebounds, as there's a foul on the ground off the screen, Westosha Central's been hanging in there, keeping the scoreboard flowing, being able to still force stops despite them losing some rebounds. And I think that's the thing that Kettle Moraine has to keep doing if they want to win this game. But, you know, that could turn on Kettle Moraine too, though.
Look, we talked about Kettle Moraine. They've been dominant early on in the Classic 8. That big win over Arrowhead the other night. Actually, a week from yesterday, they got that big win over Arrowhead. But even Oconomowoc. Last year, we had them on versus Oconomowoc. It was close for the longest time. So Kettle Moraine growing as a team. This year playing a little bit better defense. They want to give it a step. Not losing the state semifinals. They want to take it all the way to the championship and win.
Very good defensive attack going on right here for the Kettle Moraine, or the Westosha Central Falcons. Good left corner look for 3. It's no good by, again, checking right back in is Roman Thompson. Thompson up to 6 points. Roman Thompson and Ben Bester have all 14 points for the Kettle Moraine Lasers so far, with Ben Bester with 8 and Roman Thompson with 6. As, oh, beautiful bounce pass from Elijah Griffin in the paint to the backdoor cut to Rex Longree, and Westosha Central has their first lead in the night.
Yeah, a beautiful pass that time on Westosha Central's side. Got to keep doing more of that if you're the Falcons tonight.
Oh, and right back on the other end, look at that ball movement for Kettle Moraine. A 3-point try, true. Ben Bester's feeling it tonight. 11 points for him.
Call the fire department, he's on fire.
Daniel Turner just checked in for the Falcons. Turner gonna try a three. They're gonna leave him wide open. Oh, it didn't look like it went in at first, but it did. They left it wide open, and Turner makes him pay and says, it's my time.
Wow, even on the screen, from the Wirecast screen, it didn't even look like it
Yeah.
went in.
From all the way up here at the top of the bleachers, that didn't seem like it at first, but it goes down for the big guy. 6'3" senior Turner is. Roman Thompson trying to say he could do it himself again, but he misses it. And you got to figure that Coach James Hilberg on the other end, as Turner gets another layup to go. He's got the last 5 points for Westosha, and they're starting to build the gap here. You got to figure in that timeout from Hilberg. He tried to tell him to get more defensive rebounds for them.
He said, wake up, boys. We need to grab those. We cannot be like Marquette or the Milwaukee Bucks where we fail on the rebound attack.
Speaking of the Milwaukee Bucks, congratulations to them on making it to Las Vegas for the NBA Cup semifinal.
Well, I would congratulate them, but they didn't invite me.
It's one of those moments where you're at a game and you wish you could win the jackpot and get those free tickets like those people do there. Yeah. As the floater that time on the drive is no good from Kettle Moraine. Quick 5-0 run gone by here by Turner and the Westosha. Liam Lukeman, the 6'10" frame. Couldn't get that one to go. Air balls, a good defense by Kettle Moraine. Roman Thompson has been too hot from three. They're going to leave him open, but he makes him pay this time, and we're all evened up again. And like I said again, Ben Bester and Roman Thompson have all 20 of the team's points right now.
Wow.
But these are two of the team's guys that can really just make other teams pay like they've done the first 4 games of the season. That's why they're undefeated, to add on to that defense. Not one person just getting that attack going on the offensive end, as they like to spread it around, but those two guys have been the most dominant part of their offense so far tonight. Daniel Turner got a little caught up in that right corner. Elijah Griffin being heavily guarded by Fremming. Gonna get switched on to Roman Thompson now, and Roman Thompson said he wants the clamps now. The two leading scorers going at each other right now. As getting a steal is Fremming. They got a 2-on-1 advantage. Fremming gonna take it himself. It looked like he tried to dunk it, but it doesn't go that time. In moments like that, you go for the easy layup.
Yeah,
as Daniel Turner goes fast break on the other end, he's gonna get fouled and he'll get 2 free throws. But what do you got to add to that?
Just make the basket. Don't worry about being on SportsCenter. The Sports 101, whatever pages can clip it. Just clip it. Just get the points. Don't worry about the dunk.
I guess if you're up by like 10 to 15, it's more reasonable. But you're tied right now. There's no need for that. You had a 2-on-1 too. You could have even handed it off to Roman Thompson on that fast break, but first free throw no good from Daniel Turner. Turner up to 5 points now. We're already 6 minutes left until the half. 20-20. We got a thriller so far here, ladies and gentlemen. Here, like I said, remember, only game here on the network tonight on Zaleski Sports. Second free throw's true from Daniel Turner. Let's see how, well, it looks like Westosha Central bringing a 2-3 zone here. You're going to see guys trapping the corners as Ben Bester, another heat check 3 for him here, is already up to 11. Has 3 triples on the night already. Going to feed the hot hand, Dan Turner. Charging foul that time. And that's one of those plays that you work on in practice that I hope Coach Rickard works on in practice, just laying your body out and try to draw the offensive foul, and that time it's true. Had a big body and Daniel Turner in the paint, and they make him pay. So now Kettle Moraine going to take it down the floor. Roman Thompson going to drive in. Going to take that left elbow jumper off the front rim. He's had a lot of those looks tonight here where they've gone off the front rim just a little short. It was on line, but can't make it going. Elijah Griffin at the top of the key. Griffin up to 6 points on the night. He's got plenty of D1 scholarship offers. I forget if he's committed somewhere yet. As Griffin's going to pull over the right elbow jumper. Smooth J from him. As that's a 23-20 lead for the Westosha Central Falcons. Griffin leading the team, scoring with 8 points. He was a good guy to watch out for last year too.
Oh, yeah, we saw him in that Pewaukee game, and he was just on fire, lights out.
And Bester spreading it around. T. Kowalski at the right wing. Kowalski pass it up the first time. Second time is true. But here's the thing with Kettle Moraine. Whenever Westosha is going on a run, they're going to find a way to make you pay with that 2-3 zone defense and hit some threes right in your face. As we are even once again. T. Kowalski, that was his first foul of the night as they're going to take a timeout here. 23-23, we got a thrill here. 4:15 left here to go in the first half. More high school basketball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, 23-23 is the score. We're all even here with 4:15 left here to go before the end of the first half. Here, Elijah Venxalata alongside Matt Peck once again with you here tonight. Wednesday night hoops, boys basketball here. D1 matchup. Been a thriller so far here. Both teams going at each other. Elijah Griffin, he's been the anchor for this team. 8 points so far. What a feed in the paint. And it's going to go off. I think it went off of, oh yeah, it went off of the leg of, I believe it was Loopman. It's going to go right back to Kettle Moraine. Something that I noticed from both sides so far is great ball movement on each side. Not taking that no shot clock to their advantage, like I've said many times in a broadcast like this, previous broadcasts. Ben Bester looking around. Fremming. Look at that ball moving. Roman Thompson pulls the trigger for three. And he's feeling himself tonight here. 12 points. He was a former Highlight House player of the game last year when we had him on. We had Oconomowoc versus Kettle Moraine on both times last year. Yeah. So it's going to be Ben Bester. Going to the line shooting two is Daniel Turner. First free throw is good from him. Kind of doing a multitask here, Matt Peck. He had to go to the bathroom real quick. So again, I'm going to be doing a little bit of producing and calling the game right now. Both free throws good from Turner. And that's a 1-point game now. Moving the ball around, Ben Bester. He's feeling it tonight. No good that time. Defensive rebound by Westosha, and they're going to look to push it now. Elijah Griffin in the right corner. Good defense by Fremming. And he almost makes a jumper, but Turner says it with his chest on the putback. And delay of game now on Westosha Central. As that one kind of kicked it out of bounds, kind of similar to what we saw earlier when Kettle Moraine kind of kicked that out of bounds after they scored. Zach Fremming moving the ball around Kowalski. Back out to the top to keep Ben Bester. The scoring has been mainly two guys in Ben Bester and Roman Thompson. Thompson gets double teamed. All right, there we go. Right back with you here. Ball's going to go back to the Lasers. Don't worry, guys. You didn't miss that much. You only missed a 2-point basket, as we're going to pick it up right now. Kettle Moraine with a 2-point advantage. Oh, I should probably fix a score. Zach Fremming. Over around. Bounce pass in the paint to Roman Thompson. He's going to lose it, but picked right back up by Fremming. Welcome back, Matt Peck. 3-point shot on the other end.
Fun times.
Didn't miss too much here. Scoring hasn't been too bad, as the ball movement has been really great. Ben Bester for 3. No good. And Elijah Griffin pushing the pace to the right corner. That 3-point shot totally pulls out. That's Tristan Pisano on the miss, as Roman Thompson spins in the paint, goes up with it. No good. As a defensive rebound by Westosha. Elijah Griffin. Bounce pass in the paint to Lukeman. Bounce passes it away, and it's going to be a one-on-one with Fremming and Turner. Fremming, and a good transition defense back out there. Ben Bester thought about the 3. He won't take it, as great contest by Daniel Turner. Closing in on 40 seconds left here to go in the first half. It's been a thriller, close game so far, as I think that Kettle Moraine's going to hold for this last shot potentially. Trying to find some good looks here. Yeah, just moving it around. Kind of doing the 5-out offense here before we end the first half, despite this. And they're just going to really slow it down now here for the last shot. That's why in some cases we could use a shot clock here in the WIAA. Ben Bester at the top of the key. Closing in on 5 seconds left. Bester drives. Oh, Kowalski wasn't ready for it, and it heads out of bounds. And Westosha's going to have a chance to tie or take the lead before heading into the half with 4 seconds left, but they got to get down the court pretty fast here. Imagine that they're going to put this one into the hands of Elijah Griffin potentially.
So real time, there is 3.9 left, so we're off about 0.3. It's pretty hard to change. For some reason, the clock a couple seconds ago went from 35 to 5 seconds. I don't know why. But we were able to, who knows.
Elijah Griffin, he's going to pull the heave, gets it up to the 3-point line at the buzzer. No good. As that will take us to the half, ladies and gentlemen, but the Kettle Moraine Lasers lead the Westosha Central Falcons 29-27 here on Zaleski Sports. We've got a thriller here, ladies and gentlemen. More high school basketball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
You playing the ads while we were gone?
No.
Okay.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
At Fleet Farm, we're all about your everyday, but not just any old day. Here, every day's opening day. Every day's a school day. Every day's a monster day. And every day is too short. Whatever makes your day, Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Back here on Zaleski Sports here, halftime here. Elijah Banks-Salata alongside Matt Picker, D1 boys basketball here on Zaleski Sports. Kettle Moraine leads Westosha Central 29-27 here before we begin the second half, and we're gonna kind of recap that first half a little bit here. That first half of that the first 9 minutes of the first half, Kettle Moraine really owned this game with offensive rebounds, and like I said pregame, Coach Brian Rickert, we really took those rebounds personally pregame and the defensive attack as well when we talked pregame, and But I got to give credit to Westosha Central and James Hilberg's team hanging in there. Like I said, Kettle Moraine usually only allows 44 points a game on average for their first 4 matchups. And the first 4 matchups that Kettle Moraine haven't been no joke. Matt Peck, what do you think that Westosha has to do if they want to close the gap here? They've got a couple of leads here early on here, but to try to continue this in the second half where they could kind of take this thing over and possibly take a big win here against Kettle Moraine.
First, I'll start off with taking smart shot selections. So in the second half, which they haven't done that bad of a job. There's some of them never thrown up where I didn't agree with, but there was just take smart shot selections, and they did a little bit better than this. But earlier in this first half is get their boards. So don't let Kettle Moraine, if they miss a shot, be able to just try to get 4 or 5 opportunities after to get another shot off. No, you got to try to get your boards back because that's keenly important in this game. It's a 2-point game here, and then obviously on the other side of this works out for both teams. Just be smart with the basketball. If somebody's double covered, don't pass it to them. Don't cause turnovers that can lead to extra points for the other team. You got your 2-point game here. You're locked in a really close game here. Just got to play some smart basketball, and you should be on your way to victory, unless the other team hits 25 threes in a row that you can't control.
What are they, the Boston Celtics?
Sometimes I wonder. All right, so we're going to head back to a couple more breaks, and we'll be back with the second half here after this on Zaleski Sports.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Nestled in the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Club Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable food items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 29th through December 31st.
Welcome back here on Zaleski Sports. Here about to begin the second half here. Elijah Banks alongside Matt Peck with you here. The only game on Zaleski Sports tonight. Got a great boys basketball game here for you tonight. 4-0 Kettle Moraine Lasers lead the 2-1 Westosha Central Falcons 29-27 as we're getting set to start the second half. Getting ready for a thrill here.
I'm excited. I've got my seatbelt buckled here. I brought it inside. Never know.
Could have a roller coaster of a game to finish this one here.
Definitely.
You know, you look at the opponents that Kettle Moraine had their first 4 games. They had Whitnall, Arrowhead, Oconomowoc, and then Nathan Hale. I mean, just to only allow that little points to those teams just sounds crazy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially the Ocon game. That was the most surprising one to me. They were up, I think, 31-9 at one point in that game. So they were dominating all over. That Arrowhead game, it was close for a while, and then Kettle Moraine kind of pulled away.
Kettle Moraine starting off with the ball here. They've been moving the ball well, just like how both teams have. As Roman Thompson looks like they're trying to penetrate him from going to the paint, getting a double team on him before he could get past that 3-point line into the drive. The 2 main scorers for this Kettle Moraine Lasers team as Thompson triggers up a 3. It's good. He's already playing like he wants to be in the house again. 15 points for Roman Thompson.
I already called dibs on being in the house.
Matt Peck's in the house?
Yes.
So 32-27, good start to the second half here. And let's see what type of defensive adjustments Brian Rickard is going to put for these guys here as Elijah Griffin pulls a mid-range jumper from the right baseline, no good. And they have numbers if they want to. Fremming can push this one. And they're going to kind of just slow it down here and reset the looks here. Fremming, good bounce pass in the paint to Thompson. It looks like he could have got a foul call there, but no call. Great defense in the paint. Elijah Griffin teeing up a 3, no good. Fremming pushing it down the court. Roman Thompson, what a find in the paint. Oh and once again,
Oh, you got to hit those, man. Well, it was kind of a fast break.
T. Kowalski tried to go for the dunk that time.
Can't do that. You got to just go get the points
Good
there.
defensive stop, but Bester going to push it. Fast break, transition three, no good.
All right, both of these teams, when they need to come down, they need to slow down here.
Yeah.
They can't just come down and jack up a three. You got to come up, slow down, set your offense, and get moving here. Don't come up and expect to jack up a three.
I will say, though, Matt Peck, if the looks are open, you take them.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, shooting practice shots, you work on that all day. But quick 3-0 start here, first 2 minutes in the second half, and you can already tell by Kettle Moraine that their defensive intensity is heated up in the second half.
Yeah. I mean, you got us sitting up here, and we both could take down Michael Jordan.
Is this a joke?
No, it's not a joke.
At the line for Westosha right now is number 21. Reinberg splits the pair, goes 1 for 2 at the line. Roman Thompson looking to go right back at it at the other end, almost stuttered right there. 26 out of the 32 points for this Kettle Moraine Lasers team has been Roman Thompson and Ben Bester. As Thompson goes up in the paint again, can't finish it. Thompson's taken a majority of their shots here in the second half. You could tell that they run their offense through those two guys, and Ben Bester and Roman Thompson, but boy, oh boy, they've done a really good job doing that, though.
I think it's time for today's fun fact.
What's up?
Elijah knows this one on the way here. And please do not answer this one. What metropolitan area is Westosha Central High School part of? Not Milwaukee.
Give me a hint, it's a big city.
Yeah, it's crazy to think. It's not in the same state either. Time's up. This high school we're in is technically part of the Chicago Metro. It's crazy. There was a crazy stat that I learned, but yeah, so Kenosha County is considered part of the Chicago Metropolitan.
Thompson tees up the triple.
Huge shot there. But
feeling himself tonight.
That's our fun fact for the night. So we are technically in the area of Chicago.
Put it in the comments if you want. Yeah. We told them so, but Roman Thompson up to 18 points on the night here. It's a 6-0 run for Roman Thompson here coming out of the half. 6-1, I guess you could say. Oh, miscommunication on the bounce pass this time. And we're 4 minutes here into the second half, and Brian Rickert's defense, you could tell, he definitely told him to adjust on that defensive end.
Elijah's going to get this joke, but you saw how the ball went right through his legs?
Yeah.
You want to watch grounders go right through kids' legs? Come watch the Pony League Rockies play this summer.
Trust me, a lot of people know about that Rockies team that you have going on there in the summer.
No.
Going up with his chest that time is Zach Fremming, and Kettle Moraine starting to break this game open a little bit now. Almost want to know what the message was that Brian Rickert had. As there's another deflection and a steal that time as Fremming looking to go fast in transition. They got numbers. Brian Bester takes it to the paint.
Timeout.
And a timeout called by Coach James Rentberg as it's an 11-point lead for the Kettle Moraine Lasers. They are breaking this game open. More high school basketball coming your way on Zaleski Sports. Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vankstalata alongside Matt Peck with you here. 4 minutes gone by in the second half, and boy, let me tell you, the Kettle Moraine Lasers, they're hungry, and their defensive attack and offensive attack have really set the tone here in the second half. A 10-1 run to start the second half for Brian Rickert's Lasers, and you could tell from out of that halftime talk that Brian Rickert said, we're going to bring this defensive intensity like those last couple games we've had up again. Let me read you how many points their defense has given up the first 4 games. Against West Dallas Hale, they only gave up 32 points. Against Whitnall, with 2 star-studded players in Miles Hero and Jack Lutz, only gave up 51 points at the Catholic Memorial Tournament. And Division I runner-ups, Arrowhead only gave up 55 points and then only 38 against Oconomowoc. But you got to tell me that, like I said, Kettle Moraine, if this is the way their defense is going to be the whole year, you know that saying they have, Matt Peck, defense wins championships.
Yes.
Can they finally get over the hump this year if they can keep this going as a mid-range jumper is true that time?
I got one
Westosha.
team you should tell that to. What? The Packers.
Tell that to Jeff Hafley.
Yep.
But Kettle Moraine, though, they've been close every year. You know, they've been up there. The state level. I believe this is your number 2 for Brian Rickert, too, as the head coach.
Yes, and Trayvon Hughes. He took over for Trayvon Hughes.
He was on that staff, too, with Trayvon Hughes, too, but got to give him credit here as the layup is true that time. Ben Bester picking up where he left off here. Bester up to 15 points now. Roman Thompson and Ben Bester combined for 33 points. And another forced turnover here, 2-on-1. Is he going to dunk this? Showtime! Zach Fremming says it with his chest. He tried to do it twice already tonight here, but now you could do it, right, Matt?
Kettle Moraine faithful, making the drive all the way from Wales. Drive through Mukwonago, Waterford, just to get here.
Probably like an hour drive, right?
Yeah. They're here, some of them, so I got to give them credit.
Farther drive than what Pewaukee had last year when we were on the air. Oh.
And there was no freeways involved on the way here. The faster way is not the freeway.
If Kettle Moraine finds a way to hold on here, I already have a question in mind for Brian Rickert. I want to know what he said to those guys in the half to kind of get them energized here to come out in the second half.
Well, source told me he said that soap goes in the mouth if we don't win.
Oh, my goodness, bro.
That's the old saying the parents used to tell the kids. Watch that mouth of yours.
Wow. Didn't think you would say that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Remember when that's what they used to say when you say a bad word or something back in the day.
Griffin, the mid-range jumper is good. Well, the 2-3 zone it's kind of vanished here in the second half for Westosha. I think that 10-1 run kind of told. Oh, my goodness. And one by Ben Bester. Both of them are feeling themselves here. Maybe we might have to get both on if they win.
Let's see here. They haven't counted the basket yet. Okay.
Yep, they counted it.
They just did.
But Ben Bester and Roman Thompson, they've both been all over the place here tonight. 17 for Ben Bester with the free throw coming in, 18 for Roman Thompson. Or maybe we might just get Ben Bester on because he's never been on
Or
before.
maybe let him play eeny, meeny, miny, mo, figure out.
Yeah. Well, I think at the end of the day, I'll let it be up to head coach Brian Rickert if they win. I'm not going to say it yet because this game's way far from over, even though it's a 14-point game. As a three-point shot in the right corner is no good, but an offensive rebound. Nicholas Vire tried to attempt the three that time. 12 minutes left here to go in the game. Kettle Moraine, as Elijah Griffin keeps the scoreboard moving right now here. He's got up to 12 points now in the night. Trying to keep this deficit kind of within striking distance here. A blocking foul that time. Didn't have his feet set as Thompson tried to go into the feet of Rex Longree. So it's a 17-7 run in the second half so far for Kettle Moraine. Only giving up 7 points here in the second half. Roman Thompson going to try to keep staying hot, no good. And Coach James Hilberg going to, oh, I thought he was going to take a timeout, yeah. Timeout update here. Westosha has 2 timeouts remaining in the game. Kettle Moraine with 4 left to go.
Kettle Moraine looks like they might pocket most of those for now because unless Westosha becomes on a run here, you're not going to be using a lot of timeouts.
I think right now the only guy that they really have to stop right now is Elijah Griffin. He's had about 6 or 4. He might even have all their points here in the second half. Maybe not actually 4 of them, but going up with it that time is no good. And securing the rebound is Kettle Moraine that time. Good defense, but a pickpocket right there, right back up in the paint. Can't get the layup to go. Couple of missed opportunities from the 6'10", Liam Lukeman. Gotta use your size, man. 6'10" frame. I would, if he can, I would go up with it and jam it.
Oh, yeah.
If he's got those hops. Kettle Moraine, you gotta just slow it down. Yeah, that's a backcourt violation. You got a 12-point lead. You gotta slow it down for a shot. You don't, This isn't the Indiana Pacers from last year.
Oh, gosh. Don't remind me of that team.
The team that kept going fast-paced here. I can see if we had shot clock, yeah, but, I mean.
That's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
A lot of people have strong feelings about that one.
Liam Lukeman hasn't had too great of a day tonight. He's missed a lot of opportunities in the rim, but Elijah Griffin misses that one. He's had a pretty good night so far, but couldn't get that one to go. Ben Bester, here's a guy who's had a good night. Feeding a guy into the paint. Kicking it out. Fremming for three. No good off the front rim, but a good offensive rebound that time from Hughes.
Gotta grab those.
Hughes gonna drive in. Hughes gonna finish it. Hughes has his first night for his first night, or first points tonight for Hughes. And once again, tying the largest lead of the night for Kettle Moraine, up to 14 now. A 19-7 run in the second half. Elijah Griffin, double team coming in the steal. Great double team force that time as they got numbers once again, and another and one coming for Kettle Moraine. Let's see who that was that time. That was number 5 that time. Bryce Bester, the brother of Ben. Reinberg on the foul, that's his third personal. And Kettle Moraine just keeps expanding that lead right now. They're saying we don't want to lose another game yet. We're undefeated still. And we want to show another Division I team why we're here.
Exactly.
Free throw off the front rim for Bryce Bester. Elijah Griffin looking to take it kind of fast-paced here. Elijah Griffin for three, no good. It's been a little bit cold lately here. Roman Thompson looking to push the pace now. He's got a wide open man in the right corner. Pulls the trigger for three. Ooh.
That would have been deadly.
Right off the mark from Andrew Ishag. That would have extended the gap even more as another turnover. Oh, but good break right there for Westosha.
I mean, this is kind of reminding me of what Racine Park went through against St. Cat's. There's just a lot of turnovers from Westosha Central, which I told you coming out of the half, that cannot happen here. And that's kind of how Kettle Moraine got so far ahead, was all these turnovers.
I think that's a little bit different, too, at the same time, because Kettle Moraine already starting to kind of run away with this one.
Yeah.
Making this defense is legit, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. They're forced. They kind of remind me of the Charlotte Hornets. The Orlando Magic, who we saw against the Bucks last night, who put really good defense on.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to overcome those good defenses and still try to score. But in high school, it's a lot harder to do than in the
running
NBA.
a man-to-man defense here.
Jeff Hafley, take notes. I know it's a different sport, but.
Another charging foul called right there, and it'll go right back to Kettle Moraine. Their second charge. Longree, second personal on him. I think that 2-3 zone just wasn't the answer here, just being able to give up those good looks from threes. And that 2-3 zone always allows good opportunities for shots. And I think it was a little too late for James Hilberg to kind of take that time out and move away from that zone defense. Now that looks like they're going right back to it again on the 2-3 zone. Elijah Griffin checked out for the first time tonight. At 28, his last time out. Here's a hot hand. Staying hot for three this time is Ben Bester, up to 21 points on the night.
Okay, here's my theory. I have 9-1 dialed on my phone. Kettle Moraine hits one more three. I'm calling 911 for the
That's your new signature saying.
The fire.
Call the fire department for how hot he is.
I haven't used that saying since Chris Davis from Sun Prairie West, who's now at Sun Prairie East, but
you had to say it last time we were here with Nick Janowski.
Oh, that's true. We had to use him too. And that was after.
Another first turnover by Kettle Moraine. That's been the story of the second half, forcing those turnovers. Oh, not a great pass that time from Roman Thompson. But you got to think that message at halftime by Ryan Rickert was a defensive adjustment. Daniel Turner, just couldn't get the bounce as he goes into the paint. He'll get 2 free throws, though. Daniel Turner up to 10 points on the night here. Their second leading scorer behind Elijah Griffin, up to 12 points. Leading scorer for the Kettle Moraine Lasers, Ben Bester with 21 and Roman Thompson with 18. First free throw is good as T. Kowalski getting ready to check back in for Kettle Moraine, checking in for Andrew Ishag. Kettle Moraine faithful making the trip here, giving the hand for Ishag. Elijah Griffin also checking back in for for Westosha. Second free throw from Turner is true. Another substitution coming back in here. Liam Lukeman, the 6'10" center, checking right back in.
Okay, here I got an announcement. Here's a good announcement. Which games do you want us to head to coming up? Email mke@zaleskisports.com. That's email mke@zaleskisports.com. And just say, hey, we want you to come out to this game, and we'll figure that out. I mean, we got a tentative schedule I'll bring up a little bit, but you want to get a hold of us, that's probably the best way.
Offensive rebound again. Can't finish it, but the putback is true. T. Kowalski, but here we go again. Offensive rebounds being ruled again by once again by Kettle Moraine. And once you get that defense locked in and those offensive rebounds, game over for Kettle Moraine, for Westosha. As there's another first turnover on the double team. Oh, but they recover it.
Fumble
Griffin
recover.
back to Daniel Turner, gonna finish it at the rim. Daniel Turner's been great tonight, 14 points. As Kettle Moraine looking to push the pace now. Okay, now Brian Rickert saying, let's slow it down now. We have a 17-point lead. No need to rush.
Yeah, no need to rush because you start creating turnovers. Westosha hits a couple of threes. Before you know, you got yourself a game.
Kowalski, the dribble drive, bounce pass deflected out of bounds. It'll stick with Kettle Moraine, but I want to remind you about our upcoming schedule. Tomorrow night, we'll be heading out past the north side of Milwaukee to Whitefish Bay as we will see West Dallas Central versus Dominican, a very great matchup tomorrow night. And then next week, tentative schedule. I think, what's the date of the Greenfield Whitnell game?
So next Thursday would be tentatively, if we can get approval, Whitnell at Greenfield doubleheader. It would be girls basketball first and then boys basketball second.
And then next Saturday, we've already got it confirmed that we'll be at a really great game between, was it Wisconsin Lutheran against De Pere?
Yeah, De Pere at Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Yeah, Wisconsin Lutheran College, yep. Another offensive rebound from Roman Thompson. He can't get the putback. A couple of these putbacks are kind of leaving the door open right now for Westosha. As, another deflection that time from Ben Bester. The ref saves him from falling into the seats that time. But I really like this hustle tonight here on this defensive here, getting some traps on defensive end for Kettle Moraine in the second half. Leading them out to a 26-11 run here in the second half. Kind of ruled this one. Elijah Griffin, face guarded. No good. Ben Bester right up in his grill, not giving him space, but he's wide open this time, and he's going to make him pay. Elijah Griffin up to 15 points, and a timeout called by Brian Ricker. Kind of want to dissect some of the defensive and offensive schemes here. 55-41, 6:30 left here to go. Kettle Moraine leads. More high school basketball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, 55-41. Kettle Moraine leads on Westosha. 6:30 left here to go in the game. Thank you guys for joining us here tonight. Elijah Vinks alongside Matt Beck, the ref. Kind of got pump faked right there by the inbounder. Kind of switching the inbounder out. And Westosha going to bring a little bit of a press coming out of the timeout. Still a little bit within striking distance here, but they're going to really have to get some stops quickly and some quick buckets. And that's not what you want right there on a 2-3 zone. They're going to make you pay once again with those triples. Ben Bester once again for three. He might just have to be in the house tonight. Elijah Griffin, no good from three. Try to get his offensive board, can't get it. And Kettle Moraine looking to run once again. Bounce pass in the paint, good feed on the cutting. T. Kowalski. And the largest lead of the night keeps expanding here. A 19-point lead for Kettle Moraine now. Defense wins championships.
There you go. You're right about that.
Elijah Griffin swinging the rock around. A mid-range jumper, no good that time from Lungry. It's going to go right back to the Lasers. But you got to look at Kettle Moraine, man. They haven't given up a 60-point game yet at all this year, which says a lot about the character of this team, of what their identity could be possibly. Never say never, though, with how many points Westosha could get up here with 5 minutes left, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, you might start to play a little bit off or put some backups in if you get way ahead. I'm not talking about right now, but if you get way ahead, you can kind of like play around with that bench a little bit more.
I think the 2-3 zone was what kind of killed Westosha here. You know, there's a lot of strengths with that 2-3 zone, but like with those traps, but usually when you trap someone, someone's going to be open. And Kettle Moraine's really made him pay tonight. Another 3 from Bester, no good. Ben Bester, to make that clear. Both Bryce and Ben Bester on the floor right now. Elijah Griffin with the mid-range J, no good, but an offensive rebound that time. And a putback, no good. Boy, those layups haven't been going for Liam Lukeman tonight, the 6'10" frame center. Going up the layup, offensive foul this time. Good charge draw on that time. That time going up for the charge was Rex Longry. Fremming commits the foul. It's his second personal. 5th team foul for Kettle Moraine. Both teams with 5 team fouls here as we approach the 4:50 mark here left to go in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. So I'll be going down at the end of the game to do our Nasonville Dairy post-game show, as I will be going down to interview the winning head coach as well as our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, as they get another steal off of a deflection, and they got a 2-on-1 here. Oh, he tried to lob it. But Roman Thompson recovers in the paint, going up for the layup. They tried to lob it to one of their point guards. That had me laughing right there. But 20 points for Roman Thompson as Elijah Griffin misses the mid-range.
This is surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, I never thought that Kettle Moraine would lead by 21 tonight. Westosha Central came out with such firepower. It was working well, but the killer for them was the beginning of the half with all those turnovers.
James Hilbert going to concede this game and put his reserves into this game at the next dead ball. It's another layup block this time by Austin Reinberg. You got to give, like I said, you got to give Brian Rickert credit for whatever he said at halftime. Might have to say that in the post game, but he only gave up 14 points up to this point here in the second half, and they were able to sustain a 33-14 run in the second half. Double team coming that time, as they will take a timeout here. I think it's a full timeout coming here. 62-41, Kettle Moraine leads on Westosha Central. 3:32 left here to go.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download